Let's talk to Connor Campbell. He is a financial analyst at Spreadex. Very good morning to you, Connor. Right, let's talk about Cable and FTSE in this video. Great British pound against the US dollar. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it hasn't been doing too good. You know, grand scheme of things, it's still doing okay. It has pulled back quite sharply from those sort of 143 highs. Obviously, the focus this week is on inflation. We've had the UK inflation figure today coming at 3%. That's slightly higher than expected. It's still holding at that sort of incredibly high, very hawkish 3% number. I think the real figure this week, though, is the US inflation figure on Wednesday. That is what has, fears about US inflation is what kicked off, this sort of very, very bloody period for the markets. It doesn't particularly look like the figure on Wednesday is going to help. I think it's expected to rise from 0.1% to 0.3%. That kind of jump could spark another bout of jitters from investors. Also, obviously, benefits the dollar far more than the pound heading into the second half of the week. The UK retail sales on Friday as well. I think they're meant to bounce from minus 1.5% to 0.6% month on month. However, I think at that point, it's really going to be dependent on that US inflation figure on Wednesday and to a lesser degree the US PPI figure on Thursday, which I think is expected to jump from minus 0.1% to 0.4%. So everything moving upwards in terms of US inflation, obviously good for the dollar. Our clients, interestingly, are supporting the pound around the 138 mark. I think they're not looking for it to fall too far beyond that. But again, I think it really depends on whether those US inflation estimates are accurate on Wednesday. And if not, how far it falls away from that 0.1% to 0.3% band.
Understood. Well, let's move on to the FTSE 100. You sent a daily candlestick chart. Key events here. Again,
it's the UK inflation, UK retail sales, but again, the US inflation figure on Wednesday. That's going to dictate sentiment for the second half of the week. We saw that rebound on Monday. It's still fragile, however. It's not by any means a full-blown comeback. I think it was more people sniffing about for a bargain, and on Monday there being not a lot to challenge that rebound, really. There wasn't anything that could disrupt that. In terms of what clients are doing, they're supportive around that 7,100 mark. However, when it starts to creep towards 7,200, we do see sellers start to creep in. Not in great numbers, but it is noticeable that the further the FTSE creeps up from its recent lows, you do see sellers start to creep in. I think a bit nervy about that US inflation figure and what that could mean and what kind of reaction that could spark on Wednesday afternoon.
Connor, thank you very much indeed.